Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to dive into the world of commercial lending and I want to discuss how it could be your ticket to a six-figure side hustle. Now, before we get started, I noticed that over 90% of my viewers are not yet subscribed to my channel. So if you wouldn't mind, I would highly appreciate it if you could support the channel by subscribing to it today. Now with that, let's get started. So, why commercial lending? Well, let me break it down for you. Number one, lucrative deals. You see, commercial loans involve larger amounts of money, which means bigger commissions. By closing just a handful of deals, you could quickly find yourself hitting a six-figure income. But that's not all. Unlike residential lending, commercial loans typically have shorter terms, leading to more frequent transactions. Let me give you an example. Whereas residential loans are locked up for 30 years, most commercial loans are fixed for 3, 5, or 7 years. This means that when a loan becomes due, the owner has two options. They could either refinance the loan, regardless of whether interest rates are high or low, or they have to sell the property. Now, it's not always that simple because commercial financing is based on income. And if interest rates are a lot higher, then often the property will not cash flow, and therefore the owner might have to either bring in funds to close, or they might have to sell the property. However, we're gonna save that for another video. Here's where it gets a little bit more exciting, which is number two, additional income streams. Beyond commissions, you can charge processing fees upfront. You can receive referrals from residential loan officers, and you can even build a portfolio of private money loans for additional income streams. Let me explain. Unlike residential loans, you're not restricted to charging an upfront loan processing fee, which means you can actually get paid day one of working on a commercial lending transaction. I typically charge anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000 when a borrower signs my term sheet. Now, furthermore, you could pay licensed broker shops for a commercial lending referral, or you can even write them into your term sheet as a partner in the transaction. It's great because it's an easy way to drum up a business because people are highly motivated to refer their borrowers when they're getting paid. Now, lastly, if the client or the property doesn't qualify for conventional financing, you may offer a hard money loan for their commercial property, which is likely to close in half of the time as a conventional transaction, while your compensation remains the same. I want to transition to what makes this all worthwhile for you, which is number three, specialized knowledge. With specialized knowledge in commercial lending, you'll stand out in a much less crowded marketplace, allowing you to command higher fees and commissions. I often talk about how difficult it is to compete for business as a real estate agent, simply because everyone I know has a real estate license. However, I know very few people who actually know how to transact in commercial lending, and ironically, even those people tend to call me from time to time about their transactions and when they need help. My point is that you don't need to go fishing in a lake that has just a few fish and 1,000 poles in the water. Move over to a larger lake that has plenty of fish, and you can dramatically increase your odds of either catching a fish or, in this case, originating a commercial loan transaction. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I get started, and who's going to teach me the skill set? That's where the Part-Time Commercial Lender Academy comes in. You see, over the past 6 months, I've condensed a decade worth of invaluable knowledge and experience into a very straight, easy, and easy to follow roadmap, and I called it the Part-Time Commercial Lender Academy. Now, I also considered calling it the Six-Figure Commercial Lender Academy because I truly believe that if you go through it and you put in the work, then expecting to earn 6 figures a year is very reasonable. Now, here's 3 things that you can expect. Number one, 10 years of expertise. Benefit from my first-hand experience and insights, which I gained over the past decade in the commercial lending industry. I've literally distilled the most essential lessons, strategies, and techniques into digestible modules, which will save you years of trial and error. Number two is a roadmap. The course lays out a clear path from start to finish, guiding you through every step of the commercial lending transaction process, just like a pro. Now, the last piece, which is number three, is plug and play. You can say goodbye to the hassle of hunting down forms and documents. The Part-Time Commercial Lender Academy provides you with all the necessary templates and the resources that you need to navigate transactions with confidence. So if any of this sparks your interest, and if you're still watching this, then I would love to invite you to join the waiting list today to stay informed about the launch date of the Part-Time Commercial Lender Academy, where you could actually turn your side hustle into a six-figure full-time career. How does that sound? As always, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you for watching. And if you got some value out of this video, then I would highly appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to see more videos similar to this one, then I would really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. With that, thank you so much. And as always, I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.